As the farmhouse came into sight, I smiled. I'd been here a few times, and it had been the end point or the beginning point to several key events in the last year of my life. I always felt welcomed here, and a lot of dragons I respected called it home. Most of them were about the building and land, and I could sense their magic from a large enough distance now that I could appreciate how many dragons called the place home. Although several of them had fought by my side many times, and powerful dragons were here, there were also gentler dragons whose abilities weren't as strong, but who still made themselves a valuable part of the group and helped take care of everyone. They might not like Dataris, and had all been exiled for some reason, but they were still a group of good-hearted individuals as far as I could tell. Sios came out to meet us as soon as the car had stopped, his face lighting up. It was rare for Jace to be anywhere without him, and I thought he hadn't been happy about being left behind. She went to him, and they talked quietly. I helped to get the rest of the stuff, picking up the bag of metal objects so Elias wouldn't have to. Alatos frowned, as if he thought I shouldn't be doing it, but I had never been one to let others do something for me that I couldn't do myself. We carried everything inside, heading straight for the kitchen. As always, a heavenly smell came from it, and several dragons were preparing food for everyone. "More guests?" a voice called before we'd gotten all the way in. "Just me and a few folks who never leave my side," I replied, feeling more free here than I had in, well, over a week. It put a grin on my face, even though I was tired and still felt a little drained by trying to charge the armor. We focused on greeting everyone and eating first. None of the dragons here had been at my coronation. Some of them congratulated me, but I was just an equal in the farmhouse, and I appreciated it. As lunch came and went, and we all sat down to eat around the large farmhouse table, conversation quickly turned to the gate, and everything we were collectively doing to power it up again. Red here practically put herself in a coma yesterday trying to power this stuff up. Not sure if we got something wrong or if it's not meant to be easy, and she did too much, or there's something else we're missing. Jace frowned as she went to get the bag. Everyone looked at a dragon near her for a response. He seemed to have been involved in the making of the pieces. "It's all slightly powered," I added, "but Jace is right. It gave me one hell of a headache trying to charge the full set, and I barely gave any of them anything, just a dribble of what I had available to me." "That's not what I expected," the guy replied. "Don't get me wrong, no one blew up this time, and you did add magic to the items, but—" I watched him for a few seconds longer as he shook his head and picked up a few pieces of the armor to study them.